we're starting. Oh my god, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. That just looks like a, oh, you caught me in the act. Hi, everybody. Welcome. As you can see, we have a TV now.
I need to pull up the stream. That way I can see everything.
Grilled cheese Obama sandwich.
I'm still stretched as shit.
No, you're not.
You're squishing my horizontal.
No.
There it
Hmm?
is. Yeah, you
Hmm.
you're squishing my horizontal.
No.
I'm looking distorted.
Oh, you're fine. You'll live. Anyway,
That's not the point.
that's not the point. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Naughty and Days podcast with me, Alexandria, and this weird little goblin.
Charlie.
Yeah, Willie, Charlie, in the Wonka factory.
Gotta make them wonkas.
The Wonka bars. Um, I would have, we would have had Mad in here, but they're most likely asleep right now. So
How
I
dare
mean,
they?
I mean, they might join by like the time they like get here.
Wait a minute. If I remember from last time, that didn't happen. They said they were based in California. That's my time zone.
Oh, well, I mean, they're by themselves at their house, and they've been tending to the house, so they're probably exhausted. Is what I mean.
Ah, lucky them.
Yeah, dude, they're throwing mad parties right now.
That's where he gets his name from.
Yeah, sound like he's mad all the time. Anyway, yeah, we would have Mad here, which was the big epic like ooh yo announcement, but he's not here, so I was gonna make it more extravagant if he was here, but he's not. He was hella busy today. Uh,
Doing squirrel
uh,
shit.
yeah, he's doing squirrel shit. He's doing squirrel chicks with squirrel dicks.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky son of a bitch. Anyway, this episode is brought to you in part by no one. Yeah, that's right. No one wanted to sponsor this. Yo, but
You
like,
think we can secure a sponsor?
yeah, right. Unless, like, Adam and Eve. I'm just saying, if you want to sponsor us, that'd be kind of
I mean,
gnarly.
actually, I probably can, but that's beside the point.
I mean, I would love to have just an Adam and Eve sponsorship. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know exactly what that is.
Good, good.
I've watched Comedy Central till 12 o'clock.
I've watched Captain Destes on YouTube. um, Today Charlie's gonna take the wheel. Charlie.
At least for a while, because Blizzard's really annoying.
All right. Do you have the articles for me so I could actually pull up stuff if you have anything?
Oh, I don't have any articles. This is all just personal gripes.
All right, go
But,
ahead.
but you could pull up pictures of Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4, because those are the things I have problems with together.
Okay.
So, if y'all remember from a while ago, Blizzard said that they're not going to do the story mode, like RPG Overwatch thing that they said they were going to and had set up since the initial launch of like Overwatch 2. Now, it's okay for them to go back on their word sometimes. That's not a huge deal. My main issue is that Overwatch 2 story mode was an MMO. Diablo 4 is an MMO. There is no reason they needed to cut Overwatch's MMO ness out because They already had one in production,
Mm-hmm.
and that really grinds my gears that the because I would have way preferred playing Overwatch 2 in an MMO setting than Diablo in an MMO setting.
Grilled cheese Obama sandwich. That's where you that's your beef right now? Just that?
Yeah, that's pretty much my beef with Blizzard, and that's why I play Paladins and Path of Exile if I want to do Diablo.
Uh-huh.
See, do your research. There are free alternatives. You don't don't participate in capitalism.
Uh-huh. And pray tell, how does that make you feel?
Annoyed, mostly.
Oh, okay. Uh, well, that's Charlie's debacle with fucking Overwatch and Diablo.
That's what really grinds my gears.
Okay, Peter Griffin.
Over to you, Alex.
Back to you. Thanks, Tom. Um, two kids dead at a local theater today.
Oh, is it Batman already?
I said two kids, not two parents.
Oh,
Uh,
I was making a reference to something much different.
oh. I mean, for me, the thing that kind of like gets me going for like Blizzard in general is basically like everything, because like for for Overwatch 2, I was hella excited about it. I thought it was just gonna be like strictly a like campaign and then like kind of like how Call of Duty is where you can select which mode you want to play. Like how Call of Duty had it set up to where you could go campaign mode or
Right.
whatever. I was excited for that when it was announced, but then it came out with this fucking bullshit. And it, I mean, the game's fun. I play it sometimes. Like you'll catch me on stream sometimes playing it, but that's pretty much it. I don't really play it that much.
Yeah,
Unless,
I used to play it. I used to enjoy it a lot.
yeah,
And then they canceled campaign, and I haven't touched it since.
right.
No matter their character design, I will not touch that game.
Horn is good, but
Well, of course, but that existed before Overwatch 2.
I mean, it's good porn when you think about it.
Yes, but that's made in Source Engine.
So it's still dope as shit.
It has nothing. It has nothing to do other side from character design.
I
And
mean,
also, Diablo 4 was basically just us getting sold something that it wasn't, because they didn't say shit about Diablo 4 being an MMO. They were able to keep that under wraps really well.
oh yeah. I mean, Diablo 4 looks cool, at least, you know?
Well, if you want to play Diablo 4, play Path of Exile. It's literally better. Dia- Diablo 4 has its skill trees, and basically it's a different section for each ability, and that's pretty much it. It's
Right.
it's actually very reminiscent to how Borderlands handles their leveling, except it's 4 paths you can go rather than 3. But that's it.
Uh-huh.
Path of Exiles has a fucking massive map of shit you can upgrade into and whatnot when you level up. That that looks like that looks like old Blizzard, but it might be new Blizzard. Uh,
Um, I don't know.
uh,
I
it's
don't
it's
know, man.
Blizzard. Okay.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
do appreciate that they made both StarCrafts free, but I
Uh,
doubt they're
uh,
gonna make a new one.
with Half Life, we're never gonna see a Half Life 3.
Not even.
We're not even gonna see a fucking like Portal 3. I wanted to see that. Would have been cool.
Yeah, they're they're only gonna use their properties to promote the hardware they make
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with Half-Life Alex for VR and that one Portal game that showed the what you can do with a fucking Steam Deck. That's it. So,
Yeah.
mi-
I mean, Blizzard has its moments. It has good games. It has bad games. All in all, though, it's a meh for me.
it has Call of Duty.
I mean, yeah, it does have Call of Duty. I much rather prefer the older gens of Call of Duty. Call me old, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I rather, I rather play something different.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's why I like a lot of retro games more so than Blizzard.
Right.
Like, the amount of times I play fucking, the amount of times I play Mike Tyson's Punch Out or Galaga or Pac Man, I, is staggering because I play both of them because they're good. They're great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well, every
great.
game's just Pac-Man.
Yeah. Nothing can beat the man that packs.
The old pizza face himself.
Mm-hmm. That's why I enjoy games like Undertale, because it kind of has that, like, retro look. It's not like a retro game, but it has that retro look.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, it has the aesthetic. Um, Other than that, well, besides that, since we're done talking about Blizzard,
Yes, I just had to get that out because it was bothering me.
um,
Si- Similar to how I've not noticed anyone make the connection between the Nether in Minecraft and the Warp from Warhammer 40k being very similar.
there's a lot of new shows that are coming out for, like, both in the anime spectrum and some live action ones that I want to mention. Um, One that I would like to. I didn't even say anything yet. One thing that I'm stoked for is the Scott Pilgrim show that's going to come out on Netflix.
I wish they didn't use the movie cast.
I mean, I liked Scott's actor. That's the only actor I liked.
Yeah, but my issue is that they are good actors for live action things. They do not sound like how the characters look.
Yeah. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. I have to
Oh
go
no.
open the door.
Okay, I'll talk about the show I'm hoping will come back eventually because I really liked that '90s show,
There it is.
and
Hold
that's
on.
coming
I'll be
back.
right back.
Okay, I really like that '90s show,
Entertain the guests.
and it was supposed to come back, but due to the strike, which you should support, it's on hold. Which is why you should watch streamers because TV is kind of stopped at the moment. But no, seriously, like, the Nether and the Warp are so similar. They're both like hellscapes. They both have like very like insane looking things in them. It's in a Minecraft sphere, so uh it doesn't look as scary as it actually would be, as terrifying and whatnot. And and this is the biggest one that connects the warp and the Nether. They are both used for fast
Alright, I'm
travel.
back. Sorry. Um, I'm back. I had to entertain some peeps for 2.5 seconds.
That's fine. I was still ranting about the warp and the Nether.
Why?
Because no one's talking about it. It's like there's a clear. It's clearly inspired by that, and no one said anything. No, no Minecraft streamers, not Matt Pat. No one. No one's made the connection. I feel. I feel like I'm the first person to discover fire with this. I'm answering questions no one asked.
Well, yeah, no one's even in the chat right now.
We got a few people, but
We got
they're
two.
lurkers, and we appreciate lurkers.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate the lurks.
Twitch was built off of the backs of lurkers. But as far as shows go,
Well, I
apparently
mean,
that '90s
you
show
got me,
Sifu is coming out. So,
you got me intrigued. You got me intrigued. What the fuck you talking about?
well, yeah, in Warhammer 40K, the
No,
warp is this. What?
you said it's Warhammer. I thought you said Minecraft.
Both. They're connected. The Nether in Minecraft is inspired by the warp from Warhammer 40K
Why?
because they are both hellscapes. They both have what would be, if in a realistic setting, horrors beyond human comprehension.
Uh huh.
They are both used for fast travel. Because in Minecraft, the Nether, every 7 blocks is like a chunk. And in Warhammer 40K, they don't have like the traditional warp drive hyperspeed bullshit. They have fucking soldiers who are psionic that rip open portals into the warp with their mind and then travel through space that way, just like in Minecraft. It's wild no one has talked about this.
I don't think anyone cared enough, or whatever.
I just don't think the spheres of people who enjoy both Warhammer and Minecraft are that close at so far. Maybe with that Warhammer show with Henry Cavill coming out eventually, Warhammer might grow in popularity a little. But right now, it's just a bunch of nerds who like to paint miniatures and tell really depressing stories to each other.
I guess.
We should have a stream where I explain the Warhammer lore to you. It's sad.
I mean, you can explain it right now. I genuinely don't care.
So, there's this guy named Jesus.
What an opener! Holy shit!
Well, it's actually only assumed that this guy was Jesus, but
You're saying it wrong. It's Jeebus.
there is this basically demigod on Earth who becomes the emperor of mankind, unifies the planet, and whatnot. Now, it's assumed he's Jesus and also technically immortal because he was Jesus, and Warhammer 40K takes place, in the year 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he basically unites the planet, and then they go exploring. And the thing is, the Emperor of Man is a fascist asshole. But not to like any race. He thinks humans are the best people. And also, magic is bullshit and heresy.
Okay.
So, basically, the Emperor of Man sends out these sends out basically everyone because the Earth is getting full to go conquer the universe. And to help them with that, initially to help conquer the planet, he creates the Thunder Warriors. But then he just kills all of them because they weren't strong enough, and creates believe he creates the Custodians first,
Uh,
and
he
then
so
the
what you're
Astartes.
so what you're saying? He created janitors.
Yes, to clean up the mess.
Okay.
And basically, the Custodians become his like royal guard, and then he creates the second or third-ish generation that are the Astartes, based off of his own children, and he has like 30 children technically I think 24, but still. So it's an even split during the Horus Heresy when his son turns on him. But
Oh.
I think 15 minutes of Warhammer lore is enough, and also I might need to brush up on it for next stream.
Ah, okay. We can talk about some anime news now.
Yes, let's talk about
All
the
right.
other spectrum of nerdom.
All right, um, coming this winter, some epic new anime
It's
seasons.
me. I'm coming this winter.
Yeah, winter is coming. No, but some new winter anime seasons are coming out. Also, some new shows as well. Um, uh, for January 1st, which probably already passed, which some of y'all probably saw. But I'll let you guys know it anyway.
January
Um,
1st, 2023 or 2024?
2023 is what it says. So
Okay,
it
that
are.
one already happened.
Well, I mean, they might not know this anime even exists, so not everybody knows every anime on the planet. That's just impossible.
I
Anyway,
know I don't. I just know time.
sure, I know I only know a couple of good like old school animes, like the original Dragon Ball and Pokemon. That's all I got. Anyway, for winter 2023, we'll start off in January. Some animes that you might know and some animes you might not know. Starting at we'll go with The Way of the Household. Wait. Oh wait, The Way of the House Husband season 2 has been announced for January 1st, 2023. Um I have no idea what this anime is, but reading on it, it seems pretty interesting.
I believe we have a madman in our presence.
We do? Where's Mad?
What's up, bitches? I
Oh,
just didn't want to interrupt anything that you guys were doing, so I stayed quiet.
Mad's alive. Mad, you
Yes,
wanna join us?
yes, and I am gonna do the thing that we had you shared with me before, so I'm just setting it up right now.
Okay, cool. I'm moving the TV then. All right, I'm just
or you could just make my face the TV.
no. You don't need to share your screen via Discord anymore, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just finished doing that. Let me just get the audio source
There
going
he
since I always do that.
is. There he is.
Well, I don't need to share the audio source since we're on Discord, so there we go.
You don't
Forgot
need to.
about that.
You don't need to share that. There
There's the
he.
business, bro.
There's the
Yes,
boy. There's the boy.
he's a good boy.
He's a boy.
I can
Um.
still, I can still do the number thingies, so that's good. Like I can just be like this all day. I don't know if that'll interfere with the way that people see me. They'll see me as a crazy dude now.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really moving that much, so you're just stiff as a board. Just.
Yep. I mean,
It's fine.
there we go.
Yeah, there you go. You're moving now. All right. I was talking about some winter anime that's coming up right now.
Oh
Uh,
shoot, yeah,
s-
I'm into. I'm. Oof, don't get me started about anime. I'm into anime.
I
I
mean,
was actually
some.
watching
Last
one right now.
winter anime.
I mean, I'm starting from January and going down the list. But
Yeah.
some of them that came out in January and also March. But
Yeah,
we'll
right now I was watching that Queen one, that most heretical last boss Queen. For some
oh
reason, I
yeah.
love that.
Speaking of queens, go off, queen. I'm eating my candy.
All right. Well, I'll do this. I'll just go to fall 2023. Some epic fall anime. All right. In fall 2023, we got some epic animes. Keegan Ashura season 2 has been announced for September of 2023. I probably butchered that name, so if you guys want to like yell at me, go ahead. I don't mind. I could give less of a shit.
If you have any of the long ones that you want me to pronounce, I think I can pronounce them. I've tried my
I
best
mean,
to pronounce
I mean, I can't pronounce this one. It's spell it out for you. It's Naruto. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
Yeah, I know. No, but Naruto is coming back in September of 2023 as well.
Well, that's crazy.
I know that's crazy. I don't know if they mean like the original Naruto, with
Well,
What?
They have to because it when it comes to Naruto, it's Boruto is the most recent one. The Naruto Boruto, the whatever thing that they have. I think it's called the Adventures of Boruto or whatever.
Oh yeah, this one just says
Yeah,
Naruto. So.
yeah. If it just says Naruto, then it's probably just. It might even be as they do with in the U.S. a
Hmm.
whole reimagining of Naruto, like a whole redoing of it since
I
Naruto is
mean,
pretty old.
it could just also show like Naruto after everything. Like I know that's what Boruto does, but I want to see what happens before Boruto enters the fucking world.
Yeah, because yeah,
So
that was quite a leap. That was definitely quite a
yeah,
leap
that
from
was
Naruto to Boruto.
yeah.
That was
I
quite
want
a
to
bit of a leap.
yeah I want to yeah. It was a bit of a leap. I want to know once what went down and whatnot. You know.
Yeah,
Um.
there's definitely gonna be a lot of anime out. Holy crap! I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
realize that.
there's a lot for fall. I'm not even done yet. Um. How long is this list for fall? Oh, that's a
Yeah,
not too
I'll
long of a
just
list.
I'll just let you know the ones that I'm kind of interested in. I'm kind of interested in Rail Romanesque, Idol
Mm.
Master a little bit, and I am wondering what's Megumi no Daigo is gonna be.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Megumi no Daigo Kyokoku no Orange is looks like a firefighter based one. I don't know if it's gonna be like Fire Force or it's gonna be like an actual like daily life of firefighters thing.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for some of them. Um, we got this anime that I've never heard of. Regana Crimson, September 2023 by Silver Link, like a
Okay,
company.
yeah.
What is that at the top of your screen? What the fuck was that? That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, my screen or the other screen?
Yo, your screen. Oh, it's those blue bars when
Someone
you're
is
out of the
Yeah,
when you're out of the
chatting.
frame.
when I've had a frame, I go too crazy.
Oh no, it's fine. I don't mind. Let's see. We got Captain Tsubasa. I hope Tsubasa Junior Youth and I'll just type it to you. You could tell me what it is.
Yeah, probably.
I got Captain right, but the rest of it I have no idea.
Let's see. Let's see what it is. Nanatsu no Taizai. Mokoshiroku no Yonkishi. That looks like that is I think a continuation of Nanatsu no Taizai, the original. Because Nanatsu no Taizai was those like really strong white haired kid fighter dude. I forget the exact name of the original, but I Nanatsu no Taizai seems very uh you know
Here you
it
go.
reminds me of that. Okay.
Here's the
Captain
title.
Tsubasa Junior Youth Hen? Junior Youth Hen. So
Yeah.
oh, that's probably going for the younger Captain Tsubasa probably.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's announced for October of this year from Studio Kai.
Sudokai does some good anime.
Oh yeah, they do. So does a bunch of other ones like Kyoto Animation.
KyoAni, oh goodness gracious, KyoAni.
Yeah.
I love
Um.
KyoAni. They are just really quick. I'm gonna fangirl over KyoAni. They not only treat their artists correctly, the mangaka behind the things that they do right, they show a lot of passion behind their work. They don't seem to have a lot of crunch time. That's why you don't see like too many KyoAni things being done at the same time. You'll see maybe one or two pop
Mhm.
in maybe in a season, but they'll they'll let it out when they see that it's it goes up to their standards. So
Yeah.
that's what I liked. And of course, there was that fire because of that idiot, that arson fire that burned
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
one of
That.
their buildings.
Yeah. That
That held the arson.
troglodyte. Yeah. That
Yeah.
troglodyte. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. We got Doctor Stone New World Part 2 coming out in October of 2023 by
I lost
TMS
interest on that
Entertainment.
one. I
You
lost interest on that one. I don't know.
I watched a little bit of Doctor Stone, but I couldn't get quite into it. I just couldn't get into it that well as much other people could for Doctor Stone. Like nothing against Doctor Stone. It's a good like story, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm sorry.
The thing is, what happens with me, what I do is I give most anime, like a good 2 or 3 episodes because I know the first episode is usually introduction of characters, introduction to the storyline. a little bit slower. They tend to go slower. Very few anime, except maybe the action-based ones, can go really fast in the first one. The first episode is basically setting the story, setting everything up, getting you hopefully invested in the characters a little bit of their background. So I usually give it about 2 or 3 weeks, which is basically 2 or 3 episodes, however long they do it. And if by then I'm not interested in it, there are so many other animes out there that I usually just pop into several. There have only been maybe 1 or 2 seasons when I have watched all 10 anime that are out.
I see. Let's see. Another one we got is the Eminence in Shadow season 2 coming out in October 2023 by Nexus.
That one is one that I recommend. It
Yeah.
is it is interesting because without spoiling very much of anything, Eminence and Shadow pretty much for people who haven't watched the first one. Um, in Japan, there's such a thing called eighth grader syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
where uh, they it is marked by the belief that you are like more stronger than you are. You have special powers. You have like magical mystical powers. You are some being from the far beyond that has been reincarnated, and they start acting weird. The kids
Oh
start
yeah.
acting weird. They call it chunibyo syndrome or eighth grader syndrome, and because it usually happens around that time, it's their own way of, how over here, well, most teenagers, they have their moment where they're trying to make they're trying to show their individuality. They're trying to become make their own independent thoughts and everything like that. So they're starting to figure themselves out around 13, 14. They start trying to figure themselves out a lot more. And that's where the eighth grader syndrome happens. Some people try to figure themselves out so much and try to become so unique that they think that they're from some other planet and they're like have some special powers and shit like that. So what happens is that, of course, this is an isekai anime, which basically is, Truck Kun helps you out. Usually it's Truck Kun or you die in some way, and you get reincarnated into the next life. This is what this one is, except he gets reincarnated and has like certain powers that he figures out later on with work, and he becomes the Eminence in Shadow eventually, which is, basically the guy in the background. I'm not gonna let you know how he does that, but he creates a whole
No, I got
thing
I, I
with
got
him.
it. I got it. Magic. There
Yeah.
you go. The end.
It is a lot of magic. It is definitely a lot of magic. The first season has Moonlight Sonata in one of their. Uh, in fact, that's like their main piano piece that
Mm-hmm.
the characters learn. But yeah, Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, uh, the first Moonlight Sonata. 'Cause I think after that you get Adagio, and then you get all these other ones. There's like 3 different Moonlight Sonatas that you can get. But the first slower one that everyone knows is the one that they put in there. But yeah, that one's an interesting one. But I definitely recommend you watch the first season if you're gonna get into the second one, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they almost always try to do some kind of background, like catching you up. They'll sometimes put like the first episode as a catch-up episode, but it doesn't do it justice. So I do recommend you watch the first one.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, for any of these animes that I list, if you think that they are interesting to you, I'll write them down and put them in the chat. Um,
Definitely, yeah.
that way you can just type it into whatever anime watch network thing you use, like Crunchyroll or something. Yo,
But
I mean,
yes,
and speaking of Crunchyroll, if you'd like to sponsor us,
we're an up and coming podcast here.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah,
are.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind being a shill if I'm paid enough.
All right.
I mean, what? I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
All right, next anime on the list is the family circumcises of the mixed match witches.
Circumstances. You said circumcises. I don't
I,
think they're gonna be
did I?
circumcising everybody in that
Yeah,
anime.
circumcises the circumstances of the mixed match witches. Coming in October 2023. By A Real Studio. That's the name of the studio, A Real Studio.
Um, the thing that I have to say when it comes to any maho shoujo, which is basically magical girl type of or any magical anime, a lot of people are like, oh, this has been done before. It's been, I've seen this before. I've seen this type of anime before. We are about 60 to 70 years after the creation of more mass-produced anime, basically anime that we know, instead of it just being manga. It's long enough that pretty much almost any trope out there has already been done. The
Mm-hmm.
thing that I do is I always give them the benefit of the doubt because there are new ways to introduce the trope. There are everyone's an individual. If as
Mm-hmm.
long as they make the new magical girl or the new magical person an individual with their own circumstances, like the isekai monk that we talked about, the isekai, being reincarnated, that has been done to death for like the last 2 or 3 years.
That time I got
But
reincarnated as a
yeah,
slime.
but yeah, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. There's another one that someone gets reincarnated. I'm watching it recently. Another one that someone gets reincarnated as a vending machine, quite literally a vending machine. That's a new thing. There are ones where
So,
someone gets reincarnated as like a skeleton,
oh
things like that.
yeah, an overpowered skeleton or something.
No, yeah, there's several. I mean, there's Overlord, which is
Oh yeah.
he's the Lord of Nazarick, Ain Sama, and then
Yeah.
there's another one where he's like he is a quote unquote swordsman that no one knows is an actual skeleton swordsman because he's under armor. He's inside of armor when the people that are close to him find out they're okay, but that's one of those things. So you can get different isekai manga out there, anime that are unique in the setting, or at least in sometimes they just change the sex from it being the male protagonist to being a female protagonist, or they do it where the person was originally a very old man and now he's like a youngster, or like he was a very old man. And there's another one that I'm watching that I'm reading. It's an old man that becomes a woman when he gets isekai. So there's things like that. There's sex change stuff. There's things to make it unique.
Yeah. Like every trope, like you said, has been done differently and can be changed depending on the story. And it doesn't really matter how the trope is done.
As long as it's done well.
And I don't fall asleep. Um. Anyway, to continue forward, next anime on the list is The Faraway Paladin Season 2, coming in on October 2023. From OLM Sunrise Beyond. By OLM and Sunrise Beyond.
I had a sneeze, so I just muted myself. Luckily, no one wants to hear the sneeze.
Oh yeah, no one wants to hear it. We'll go
I mean, I'm sure
down.
there's some people who would pay a lot of money to hear that.
All right.
There's some people that would pay money to get sneezed on, but those people are just weird.
This one just sounds kind of cool, and I want to know what it is. It sounds very comedy-ish. A girl and her guard dog coming in October 2023.
Girl and her guard dog. Yep.
Yeah.
Those.
Huh.
Is it a slice of life? Does it say if it's slice of life anime?
No, it is by a studio by the name of Pony Canyon. Ooh, and
Oh,
we got an.
a very unknown
Heard
studio,
of
Pony
them.
Canyon.
Mm-hmm. Then we
I
got.
don't know what I've heard them from, but I've heard of them.
No, Pony Canyon is very well known in the
We
anime sphere. I was being sarcastic.
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
very well known.
We also got Girlfriend Season 2 coming in.
Oh, girlfriend, ex girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming in October 2023.
Okay. Girl and her guard dog is a romance anime, and it's not an actual guard dog. It's a guy who guards her, I guess.
Okay. I was about to say if I was about to
Yeah.
say, hold on a second, hold on.
You know how sometimes they're like guys who are overzealous who basically become girls' guard dogs, like guarding them against other men and that kind of thing. It's basically what this guy is, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, for
so
any.
he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, by the way, for any of you nerds out there who are fans of some of the well-popular animes known as Spy X Family, Season 2 has been announced for October of this year.
Do you guys know the background of Spy X Family?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's girl meets guy, they both have separate jobs. Girl can, fuck shit up with her dog at the end.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
I've
but I
watched
mean
Mr.
like
and Mrs. Smith. I know what it's all about.
the IRL background of how it came to be.
I know a little bit of it,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, for those not in the know, the mangaka, the person who created the manga and does everything for it. Well, they usually have assistants, etc. But basic storyline, he gets it. Um, he was had a lot of well-known manga out there. He had gotten tired of the tropes. He had gotten tired of basically pushing out stuff that he knows is going to be popular, and he wanted something new, something that he had never done, something that he had never uh experienced, and something that he honestly he wanted to see if he can. He just was taking a break from everything and he wanted to do something that he didn't like, I guess, was one of the things he said. Because he hates spy stuff. He hates spy anime. He hates James Bond stuff. He hates anything having to do with the spy stuff. He doesn't like it. He doesn't hate it, but he doesn't like it. It's not his thing. So what he did is he just basically started making a manga, disliking it the whole way, and then was super duper surprised that it became extremely popular. It like in Shonen Jump and all that kind of stuff. You know, the
Hmm.
main mangas that
Mm-hmm.
promote manga, the main conglomeration of manga things, that magazines that promote mangas. He was utterly surprised that it got as popular as it did. So now he's stuck doing an anime that he doesn't like, but is making him money. So he found that funny. He found it funny himself. But yes, the mangaka who's doing it does not like it. Is not really invested in it, other than the fact that it's kind of making him money now.
And we also got
Interesting.
yeah, interesting. We also got some to be announced animes. If you want to hear those, it's a very short list.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we got Bullbuster. It's said to be coming out in this year sometime. It's undetermined on when, but it will
Sorry,
come.
did you say Ballbuster?
Bull, Bull.
Okay. I don't think that's better.
And then we have FLCL, Grunge, set to come out of 2023.
I know that one. Fooly Cooly.
Mm-hmm.
Furikuri,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah,
Furikuri.
yeah, yeah.
But yes, Furikuri, holy crap. You know what? I don't think anybody actually expected Furikuri to come back, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think anyone did, because it is a cult classic. It's one of those anime, manga things that
Oh
is
yeah.
kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it had I think it was the Pillows was doing their music back in the day. I think that's the name of the Japanese band. I thought it was the Turtles, but the Turtles was something else. I think it was the Pillows who did most of their stuff, like Rise on Shooting Star, other things like that. I think I can, all the background music that they did for him. I don't know if they're gonna get them again. I don't know if they will, but I'm kind of iffy on that one because I just found out about it right now. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm kind of iffy on that one because remakes like that, um, you have to go in with fresh eyes because a lot of the people who originally did it are no longer around or have retired or are in some other studio that's not being involved with this. If it's stuff with the original mangaka, you're hoping that they're just basically grab like the later volumes that they never got through in the original Furikuri,
Mm-hmm.
and you're hoping that it's just a continuation. But if it's a whole reimagining, you're hoping it's more like uh, the Neon Genesis Evangelion new stuff that they did, the 1.0, 2.0, 3.1, all that stuff that they started doing recently, and less like some like freaking Batman Beyond and shit, you know.
Yeah. We got Goblin Slayers, Goblin Slayers season 2 to come out of this year, sometime in the future.
Oh god, the V tweeters and the Twitterverse is gonna go crazy with that one. They did
Oh
the
yeah.
first time it came around. First time it came around, they went insane because it's you're living in the goblin world. You're living in the world that has goblins. Male goblins are known for taking women and reproducing with them forcefully, and people had issues with that on Twitter. A lot of issues with that. They were like, "How dare they make that, and how dare they actually put that on there?" I mean, they didn't put it in graphic detail. It's not a freaking hentai, but they alluded to it. They showed their mind being broken afterwards. They showed that kind of stuff. So a lot of people in the West had issues with it.
Oh no,
People,
the villains
yeah,
do fucked up things.
exactly. Oh
Whatever will
no,
we do?
in in a made up world, and quite literally, adventurers type of world, which is even further away from reality. The goblins,
High
which are known,
fantasy.
yeah, the fantasy world, which goblins are known as being very ruthless and everything. They're ruthless.
Oh, I
Oh dear
know.
lord.
Oh no, whatever will we do about the goblins, Yamate Kumanasai?
I will watch them. I will watch it.
Oh yeah, same
Because
here. I'm gonna watch Goblin Slayer to the best of my ability. I have the first volume in my on my bookshelf, and I'm super excited for Goblin Slayer. I can't
it's
wait. I can't wait for it to come out. It's season 2 because I've been waiting for so damn long for it to like eventually like come out. Be like, oi, this, and I'll be like, hell yeah.
One that I'm also excited about is Toaru Osan no VR MMO Katsugodoki, which
Mm-hmm.
basically is that's basically it's another one of those like dot hack or um sword art online type of things where someone was in a VR virtual reality MMO and he gets kind of isekai'd into it, which is interesting. And it's a little bit different. It's kind of the same in the sense it's a VR MMO, but he gets isekai'd into it instead of, in some weird uh, brain control thing. It's no longer a brain control thing like in Sword Art Online. It's more he actually dies and becomes a part of the world, which is interesting. I
Mm.
like I like the manga. That's why I'm excited about it. I've read the manga, and I always like seeing the interpretations, the way that the studio who does the animation interprets the manga, because for time and other things like that, they shorten parts, they extend parts that aren't in the manga to kind of flesh out ideas and flesh out scenarios a little bit better with the medium that they have. So I'm interested in seeing what they're gonna do
Yeah.
with it.
Another anime that is coming out is MF Ghost, which is like a car type of thing.
It
Where
reminded just looking at it, it reminded me of Initial D, but the only thing is that it's the whole thing is self-driving electric cars and basically they're running him on a circuit. It's really really weird. It's interesting.
it's wackio is basically what you're saying.
Basically, what it is the world around them is all self-driving electric cars, and in this specific circuit, they are using traditional old school combustion engine cars where they have to figure out how to drive them, etc. Freaking the main character looks like Takumi. You're telling me that this isn't basically Initial D all over again? The main guy, you look at him, you just look at him, he's the original person that's there. He looks like Takumi.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 19-year-old. Well, the only difference is that he's a Japanese British racer, which is basically one of his parents is British, so that's the only difference.
British.
They're British. British.
British. Yeah, British.
Wait a minute, it is Takumi.
Yeah, it is.
Wait,
It is
wait.
Takumi, isn't it?
It does have Takumi Fujiwara there, except that he's a trainer. Oh, okay. So
Oh,
so basically, it's in the same universe as Initial D, except that it's not like a sequel to Initial D. This is
Tenacious
basically
D.
that's cool.
yeah. So yeah, basically yeah, he is Takumi Fujiwara is the legendary downhill and rally racer. Turns out to be Kanata's trainer, which Kanata is the girl who's learning to drive and become a part of that circuit. The
Yeah, yeah,
employees who
yeah.
are familiar with Fujiwara and former racers of the same generation begin to notice Kanata. A new whirlwind is about to
Notice,
set off. Basically, she's a new Takumi.
notice me.
Notice me, sponsors. Notice me.
Notice me. Another
Notice me, G
anime.
Fuel. G
Another
Fuel. Notice me.
anime that's coming out is Our Last Crusade. Our Last Crusade, or the Rise of a New. Wait. Yeah, Our Last Crusade, or the Rise of a New World season 2 is coming out hopefully in this year sometime in the future. Developed by Silver Link.
Hopefully. I mean, what happens with some of these is that they have funding and they run out of funding, and that's what sucks.
Yeah,
I hate to see it.
or they like or they turn into High School of the Dead where the author just fucking dies.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. That's why I think there's a balance that always has to be struck, and the people who know business know better than me when it comes to anime, making of anime. Uh, with any popular media, especially things as fleeting as manga and such, the emotions and the like wanting the hype behind it gets lost pretty quickly. So you have to hit it while the iron is hot. While the things are hot, the coals are hot, or whatever you want to call it. But
You mean the
also,
iron is hot?
yeah, yeah, iron, coals, whichever century you were born in, it's different.
Uh huh.
um, you have to
Strike while the
hit that.
femboys are hot.
Strike
There
while the
we go.
femboys are
There we go.
hot. Yeah, there we
There
go.
we go.
There we go.
You have to hit it. You have to hit it at the right time, which means that sometimes they wait a little bit longer until at least I think at least I don't know 50 chapters are done, 30 to 50 chapters, and sometimes they wait only. Sometimes they do it as like 6 chapters are in. So it really depends on how much money the people want to make and if they think it will make them money. Because there are some where you like Bleach, where they
Hmm.
took a freaking 12-year break in order to give us what is going on right now. Because quite literally, Bleach took a 12-year hiatus from the anime, at least, from when the last saga came out to now this new saga, which is going to be the final saga, the with the Quincy in there. Uh, the manga ended like 10 years ago,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
I wanted them to finish it sooner, but it they didn't have. One of the things I've heard is that they didn't have the technology, like the visual technology, to give the scope of what they wanted because drawing it by hand would have taken too much time and money. So now they're using a lot of CG, which is good. They're doing a good mix of it. They've gotten better at it to not go into the uncanny valley area of CG. So they're doing some good CG in there. I've been looking at it. It's pretty good. I recommend it. I recommend looking at this last Bleach one if you are like me and you waited for 12 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Um, Another one that's coming out is the Saint's magic power is la 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 um fuck it.
You got this.
Omnipotent or whatever. Fuck.
Close.
Oh, omnipotent.
Yeah, thank you. I can't do it.
Ah,
Uh,
Seijo
it's
Maji. Yeah,
it's getting a season two in this year.
I remember this one. Yeah,
Yeah, I vaguely remember this one.
I do remember this one. I remember it. Yeah, the miasma that was cleared up by the saint. Yeah,
Um,
I remember that. The
You
I
fall
the
asleep on us?
Me?
one of the no, just to clear up the moment of silence. Um, one of the types of anime or manga at least that I've been reading recently are isekai revenge ones. Like I like those. It 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 it's weird because I'm not a violent person overall, but the more violent the better when it comes to these because it's kind of like you get that catharsis. You're like, yes, you were evil because there are evil people like this, and we can't do those things to those evil people. Just like seeing someone drawn on there, just doing the most horrible things to people. Just I don't know, catharsis. I don't know why it does that.
I
There's
don't
some
know
things.
either.
Yeah, there are some things. There's some ones that popped up. Like I think it's Revenge of Heater was one of the ones that popped up. That one's more hentai uh based, I guess, more sexual based.
Uh
There
huh.
was another one that was at the same time as that. I forget the name of it exactly, but he went more gory based, like ripping out
Hmm.
people's, making explosions inside of people's mouths, like actual explosive magic inside of people's mouths to blow out their tongue and stuff like that. You know, blowing off their back, like actually marking their back and cutting off their limbs and putting them back on, that type of thing.
Uh
That
huh.
type of stuff that really wouldn't work out even in like the midnight animes, which are the more adult oriented animes, more
Oh
graphic
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
are the animes that in Japan they'll be shown like after 9 p.m. Because Japan has that where they will not restrict it from TV, but you have certain times of the day that you can watch it. Anything during up to about 9 p.m. The most it can be rated is maybe like PG-13, but everything 17 and older has to be shown, if I'm not mistaken, after like 9, which is usually when kids are asleep or when they are assumed to be asleep,
Mm-hmm.
so that children don't have the chance of actually watching it. From what I've heard, I
I
may be
mean,
wrong.
in my opinion, they're gonna find out about it anyway, so just let them fucking watch it. Who cares?
Oh, I mean they do. I mean they do, and of course, as it should be, they leave that to the parents. They don't try to parent for you. They just have it at a certain time. There are gonna be kids like me who are freaking stayed up at midnight back in the old days watching Beavis and Butthead on MTV. There are people who will do that, and there's nothing a parent can do if you have access to that. Which all anime, I believe, is on regular, uh, because they want a larger audience. Regular TV channels, in Japan, no, not necessarily like on cable channels, but yeah, like if you have the access to it, if you have a channel that'll give it to you, there's gonna be a kid somewhere that's gonna either record it or stay up and watch it,
Mm-hmm.
or their friend will or whatever, and then they'll get the recordings and such. You stepped into a landmine when you started talking about anime with me.
No, I know. I kind of figured. I was waiting for you to fucking finish. This anime is not new, but I'm still excited for it. For season three of this anime, it's Rising of the Shield Hero, or The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Ah, yes, a continuation of that one.
Yeah,
It's
season
good.
three was said to be announced for this year, sometime in the future. Sometime like in the future months is what I mean. Like
Yeah,
maybe in like December or something.
like I
Um,
said, this is one of those as well that they're waiting for the manga to get to a certain point, and that so that they can have enough episodes to bring out an anime.
yeah. They want to get it done that way. No one's got the goddamn gun, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, and they do it. They do it weekly, or in some cases bi-weekly. But I think this one's going to be a weekly one because it's popular. Uh, I don't know if they're going to go 26 or 13 for the season. It
I
would really depend.
I don't know about anything for Rising of the Shield Hero. All I know is that it's announced. Oh wait, it's announced for October of this year. I read it wrong.
Yes,
I
yes,
didn't see the October part. Season three will be released in October of this year. Um, and I'm kind of excited for it. I really loved the anime so much. Especially when Naofumi kills the fucking priest. I love that shit.
yeah. And if for anybody who reads manga as well, of course they can't. The manga is way more in depth, so they can't really keep all of it there. There's so much that it
Yeah.
does, like smaller things that they do and filler things that they do
Hmm.
that they can't really put in that
I mean,
anime. But they've done a good job so far.
I would know. I own almost almost the up to date manga set behind me.
Nice.
It's right there.
I just sail the seven seas with that for that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just because I go for the fan subs first
Mm-hmm.
because it takes forever to actually have the full, series out, and
Mm-hmm.
usually the fan subs are like a week behind, maybe a week or two behind if it's actively picked up. It's about a week or two behind in Japan, so I like that. I like being able to read as it goes along, like way before the anime comes out. Like in some cases over here, especially, you'll only get the mangas when the anime comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, speaking real quick, for those that are just listening to the podcast on Spotify, don't worry if you want to see the visuals. This will be posted on the YouTube channel. So
Are you sure about that?
yeah, I can download it. Cause this
Are you sure?
time,
Are you sure you're recording this time?
no, I'm not recording, but I fixed it to where it should actually like save it this time.
Okay,
Good.
I made sure of it. I made sure of it. Um, but anyway, enough of the anime news. That's pretty much it for the anime news in general.
Okay, I'm out. Just kidding.
No, no. Um, let's see. Um, wait, what was the thing you wanted to talk about, Mad?
Wait, what did I want to talk about?
You said something about when you were here before. You said something. You said you wanted to bring something up.
Oh, jeez. If you're asking me what I said a couple of hours ago, I don't even remember what I said 30 minutes ago.
Bro, I don't even know where the fuck I am. Says
It's like
Mad.
like I live in the moment quite literally. My brain lives in the moment. I'm a Finding Dory type of squirrel. It's just that's the way I am. I remember my name and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all I got. You won't like it? Get out of my kitchen.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, as of anything else that's new, um, for some new shiz that's said to be announced. Um, Anything new for your guys' streams? Like any upcoming streams you guys are particularly excited about?
Finally gonna do AI fan fiction theater. That'll be fun.
Oh, that does sound fun.
That does sound
Nice.
fun.
I'm just
Uh,
gonna
Gonna
be trying to. I'm gonna be trying to send Mario to hell, Baby Mario at least.
Baby Mario.
The
nice.
Komodo dragons will not be eating Baby Mario, I don't think. At least not yet. But they're fattening him up for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm playing Yoshi's Island.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
You guys were
Uh,
like, "What the hell are you doing? What kind of fan fiction
I
are you
mean,
doing with
I
Mario?"
mean, I just imagine you were playing one of those weird games some fans made.
Oh, I wish. Yeah, I am thinking of doing like in the future instead of just because I'm doing more retro stuff. Instead of just doing regular retro stuff, I'm thinking of either finding games that have randomizers
Mm-hmm.
or finding games that have ROM hacks
You know
because
what?
those make the games fun.
You know what we could do?
Oh.
I don't know if this has been done or if this can be even be done. But what if we did a three-way Pokemon Nuzlocke Soul Link?
Fascinating.
Do you know anything
Fascinating.
about that?
I do know how to nuzzle Pokemon if that's what you're asking.
No. Okay, so a Pokemon Nuzlocke is you try and beat the game with specific rules. So like if your Pokemon faints, it dies and you can't use it, you can only capture one
Can I
Pokemon per
cremate it?
route. No.
Can I cremate it?
No.
No.
You can only capture one Pokemon per route. And if you fail to capture a Pokemon, you have to go on to the next fucking route
Ah, okay.
to capture another one. And to add some pain to your heart, if you're a masochist, you have to nickname the Pokemon to get more attached to it.
Ah, okay, cool. So basically, I mean, I'm just gonna make my Pokemon into Pokemon candy when it dies.
Sure, I guess.
Yes, that's
And
I mean,
then
exactly.
that's what you do. You didn't know that? Like in the Pokemon world, that's what gets done when like that's what Pokemon candy is. It's basically ground up Pokemon made into a little candy thingy.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what you feed. Like the things that you feed your Pokemon is actual Pokemon. They're cannibals. At least that's one of the theories.
oh, well, if you don't know what a Soul Link is, especially for you nerds out there, um, a Soul Link is basically the same rules as a Nuzlocke, but let's say I had a ground type in my Pokemon team. Neither of you can have a ground type, and
Ah,
same
okay,
goes for any other type. Um,
makes
another
sense.
another thing is that if my Pokemon dies, that's attached to that you guys catch as well, then those Pokemon die as well
Ah, I see.
because they're linked. And to fail a Nuzlocke, you just have to basically lose all your Pokemon, and that's pretty much it. But the goal
Ah,
for a Soul Link is let's say I play Heart Gold and you play like Heart Silver or something.
yeah,
Like you two play Heart Silver as like a duo.
yes.
Hmm.
Um, that's how a Soul Link would work. We would
Ah,
play two of the same kind of Pokemon game, if that makes sense.
Well, with
so
the
you will link your soul
randomizer,
with me.
Yeah, with a randomizer, and I can
the
easily.
randomizer doesn't have to be separate games. But if you want to do one of the separate games, there's only one generation that has 3 games. That's Gen 1.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I know that's Gen
No, wait,
1.
Gen 1 has 4 games.
Well, Gen 1, the original Gen 1, of course, only had 3, and then they added that yellow later on, I believe.
Yeah,
I
there was
mean, I mean, we
red,
can't.
blue, green, and then yellow.
I
Yellow,
mean,
yeah, yellow, but yellow came out like what, like 4 years later or something like that. It was
A
bad.
few
I
years,
mean,
yeah.
if you guys want to, we can try that with like the randomizer and the Soul Link rules and shit.
That does fascinate me greatly.
You can try it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. I tried it with an old friend of mine on stream. We failed tremendously.
Yes, I honestly, some of the games that I'm playing now, I don't know how the heck I beat them when I was a kid. I really don't.
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. Like it still fascinates me on how I beat certain games. Like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, I beat it my first round in somehow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and I was fucking like 10 and I somehow did it.
Well, even back in the day, like on the playground, since it was popular, you would still have people telling you, "Oh, this is what you do with bald bull. This is what you do with that hippo looking dude. This is what you do with, the weird flamenco guy.
Well, I mean,
This is what you do with all of them."
I didn't have any guidance. I just went in blind and was just like, all right, let me stick my dick in your mouth. Oh!
The thing is with Mac, he does get
Ah, that's
tired
my
pretty quickly.
nose.
Right. But yeah. When if you guys ever want to, we can try doing Pokemon Soul Link Nuzlocke with the randomizer if you want, and we could see how well we do as a three-way.
Sounds like a date.
Yeah. Matt, bring the
It,
condoms.
yes, of course, the three ways. Yes.
It's also me. If you guys want to as well, I can also help provide the ROMs for you.
I was gonna say you're gonna provide rum. That sounds
Yeah.
like an interesting
Why is the ROM gone?
Why is it gone?
Why? Why?
If you want to take on that responsibility, then be my guest.
Oh, the ROMs?
Yeah.
Oh, I already have.
Um,
I already have them. I can just give them to you.
you mean
Well, are they randomized yet?
what you
Yeah.
mean is you're
Oh,
going to provide your legitimate backups. If you're listening, Nintendo, that's what's happening. He has legitimate backups, and he is going to just share for this moment.
Yes. But anyway, if you guys want to, we can try and do a Nuzlocke Soul Link together, all three of us, and just see what happens.
I have a very dirty soul, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
Same here. I mean, that's
oh,
why.
you're
Why
so
do you think you're
pure
here?
soul dirty.
Exactly.
But yeah, we can try. We can try formulating that Nuzlocke sometime in the future.
Yes, of course.
Um,
Chatty, chatty.
yeah, we can try and plan it to make sure we all can actually do it. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, what day would work for you? Just so I can get it out of the way. Like what day for both of you, since you guys are literally in the same time zone.
You know my schedule. I literally told it to you earlier.
I mean, for me, it's just Tuesdays and Thursdays. When family's around, I usually have more time. Like today, I've been doing everything the family does on the regular time. So, like I've told you, I'm only like 20% done with what I'm supposed to be doing for today. But I was just like, it's too much stuff.
I mean, for me, um, for me, since I got fired from my IRL job, I'm more free as a bird now.
Ah, I see. Freebird.
Yeah,
Just don't freebird outside. A lot of people outside don't appreciate freebird.
too late. We'll try for a Thursday. We'll see what I
Yeah.
can do for what time specifically,
Yeah.
I'm happy
and
with this time.
what we can do too is we could probably make it like a podcast special.
Ah, sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
sounds homosexual.
Always.
Yep. Yes.
Yep,
Us,
yep,
of
yep,
course.
yep, 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 yep. Anything else you guys would like to share with the class?
Uh, well, aside from the AI stream, I also stream retro games. And honestly, the next game on my docket was gonna be Pokemon, but if this Soul Link thing is happening, I think I'll skip to a GBA Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Okay,
Ah, nice.
that would be another cool like podcast special if we did like if we did a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament between three of us.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel of
Yu-
Roses.
Yu-Gi-Oh round robin.
Yeah. We could do that, or like some Cards Against Humanity type shit.
But but if we do Yu-Gi-Oh,
Definitely
it's
cards.
only 2023 tournament rules.
No. 1999 rules.
Nope, 2023 because then you can't use the kunai with chain. You can't use Karibo. You can't use freaking Toon World. You can't use all those things.
I don't even have Karibo in my deck. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like you can't use that. You can't use Exodia. You can't use any of those if you're going by 2023 rules.
Mm.
And then
Uh,
you have a lot of them that are like very restricted. Like you can only get them once in the whole game.
mm-hmm.
Never.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I think that'll be good done for today. Join us, I think, this Sunday. I think.
I can do
Cause,
this Sunday.
well, no, I'm looking to see if I wrote it down, because I actually have it written down. Yeah, join us this Sunday for another episode of the 98 Days podcast. Hopefully, Mad will be here on time.
Maybe.
I'm kidding.
Maybe.
It was a pretty late stream anyway. Um,
It's not my fault I still have a job.
don't have to yell at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm being horribly sarcastic.
Exactly, that's
There's
yelling.
a difference.
Anyway, you guys, you know our stream stuffs. If not, they'll post theirs in the chat, and I'll post mine as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Always.
Yeah, they'll also hopefully will send me their Twitch links so I could just like have them
I sent
on
you
the
my card
podcast.
link.
Just send me the fucking Twitch link. It's that easy.
It's just Twitch/my name.
Okay, got it. So what you're saying is it's exactly
Yes.
like this. Never mind, I can't put it in the chat. Sad. It didn't let me. It said command not valid.
Did you try to shout me out?
No, I was just literally just gonna type in twitch.tv/my name. As in the word my name.
Fair.
Thank you. See, it wasn't that hard.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's fine. It's fine.
But if you want to see all of my links, go to this website.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to see his links. Their
It
links.
has it has both of my YouTubes, both of my Twitters, my fucking Patreon, my itch.io. I think that's it.
If I show all my links, it's gonna have to be my OnlyFans and my Fansly too. So.
Just send your Twitch,
Uh,
God damn it! It's not that hard.
That is where you can see my nuts.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I'm sending it to you in the Discord.
Okay, cool. I'll put it in the podcast links area. I was also thinking of drawing us some chibis for our specific links.
Ooh.
That way
That'd be
it's in the about section. It's just
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
my link, then yours, then Mad.
Sounds good.
Also, I think I mentioned this last time, even though that stream doesn't exist.
right.
For reasons.
For reasons.
For someone messing up.
I didn't do shit.
Exactly.
Ah. But I'm kidding. Like I've told you guys before, our Discord link, which I'll provide in the about section soon, has a community tab specifically for the Naughty and Dazed podcast. And I'm going to include roles specifically for those things.
Yeah, so you could just have those if you want.
Well, I mean, you've seen my my fucking. You guys have seen my fucking Discord. There's so many categories. There's so many categories. Some of which are only for my nerdy shit, like Clone Wars shit or Harry Potter.
True.
Which means I barely used.
I'm gonna make a specific role for you guys, for people that are from this for this podcast community in general, to where you can go into the role selection, select the dazed crew, and the only thing that'll be accessible would be the Naughty and Dazed category for you guys. And if you want to have any of the other categories, it'll auto give you the Impling role, but if you only want the Naughty and Dazed stuff, please let me know in the front desk of that Discord server so I can have it just there. Not shift?
like night shift.
Oh
Day
yeah. We could do that.
day
Yeah, yeah,
crew
yeah.
not shift.
Yeah, you guys can join your crews and we'll like whatever.
Yeah.
Um anyway, feel free to join the podcast Discord. I'll make sure to also put the community in here sometimes. Maybe you'll be a little guest on that TV up there.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe you'll join us on some community specialized events, maybe some Cards Against Humanity, or just
Among
yelling at Mad.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe. Anyways, you guys have anything else to share?
No, no, that'll be it.
I'm just gonna post feet in chat.
And eventually, I want to do Armored Core, especially since it's Miyazaki. It's freaking Miyazaki with Armored Core. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a good one.
true.
I've seen people play it, and it's really looking good. Trying not to see too much of it because I don't want us to be spoiled with it, but it does look really good. It freaking reminds me of Mech Warrior back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, feel free to stop on by. We will do this podcast will be an occasional things on Thursdays, but almost every Sunday is when we'll do um the
at the
other
normal time.
at the normal time. Sometimes I won't be here. It'll probably just be Mad and whatever this person's name is.
They call me Green Joe.
Yee.
They call me Green Bean, the greenest bean of them all.
My beans are in fact green. Yes.
Mm,
Yes, yes.
it's not easy being green.
If I
It
press
isn't
this,
easy being green.
this one
Yeah.
it shows my green beans.
Yep. Anyway, on Sundays or any other podcast, anytime we will stream the podcast, some of us might not be available. Meaning, sometimes I won't be here, sometimes Charlie won't be here, sometimes Matt won't be here, but I will always make sure that it's just not us soloing it.
Yeah.
At least we'll have somebody here, maybe with a guest, and we'll see how that goes.
Maybe we can interview someone someday. That'd be
I
fun.
mean, I mean, I have some plans for interviewing people. Let's interview Matt. What's your favorite sex position? Cool, thank you. I'm
Yes.
kidding. I'm kidding,
He
but
does
maybe
World Star.
The wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
yeah, maybe we'll do some um maybe we'll have some peeps join us sometime in the future.
Also a Q&A stream if you ever do the Q&A thing.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing for the Discord community. If you have questions for us, we will do a Q&A stream sometime in the future.
Sometime when we have people ask us questions.
Yeah, sometime in the future when we get peeps that ask us questions.
Yes, yes, yes.
You guys don't necessarily have to ask us questions. We probably won't read them. Well, at least I won't, because I'm too scatterbrained. But these
We
two
would
might.
definitely appreciate it.
These two might. But yeah, feel free to check us out on the Twitch and on the Twitch links that we provided. Also in the about section, I'll put those there too.
Yes, yes.
Probably
And
get around to making a YouTube channel for this.
it's just my personal YouTube channel that all the episodes are currently saved on.
For now.
Yeah, for now, until I get them again and move them.
And until we explode.
Yeah, and
Until we explode.
I'll make that and I'll do all that shit. But anyways, besides that, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Absolutely.
Oh,
my
yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, my dazed crew.
Absolutely. Hope to see you guys next time.
Yep. I hope to
And
see
a
you
special
guys.
thank you to Not Shift.
Yes.
We hope to see you guys next time. Oh yeah, like I mentioned before in last stream, unless you weren't there, this stream sometimes is in VR chat. But
Yes.
I don't have a headset to do the streaming camera, so it will be here. It'll look like this for a brief moment.
Because there's always desktop mode.
Yeah, well, no, desktop mode won't work. I tried. It
Ah,
does.
dang,
Huh?
That
Someone
sucks.
doesn't want to do a walkabout, so.
Not really, because it would only be from my perspective.
Yeah, but you can see me. Who doesn't want that?
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, totally. Everyone wants to see Charlie naked. Anyway,
Oh, if you want that, you can just check Twitter.
hey, you could just check Twitter. It's there. It's existing. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, you Days crew and not shift nerds. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye.